I take no pleasure in saying this. I've been on YouTube for nearly 8 years now, and I've loved my journey on YouTube, but to act like YouTube is the same now as it used to be is just a lie. False flags exist everywhere. People taking advantage of the copyright strike system. We all know a certain gotcha creator who's doing that right now, as well as mass reports is the worst it's ever been. AI checking the reports rather than real people, and that situation being out of control, leading to a lot of permanently deleted channels over a misunderstanding. It's not really that good. So It's a Gundam, great YouTuber, has weighed in, made a new video called YouTube Broadcast Yourself Somewhere Else. If you enjoy content like this, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and follow me on rumble.com/Tectone. 9 a.m. CST every day. Let's get in here. Let's talk about it.
And YouTube's AI moderation tools took down the original creator's channel, thinking that he had re-uploaded that other channel's video, even though he was the creator of it, and you let the re-uploader walk away.
Yep.
It's a Gundam.
Don't get me wrong. I think AI is great, but it's being used for a lot of things that it's not ready for, and that's the problem.
Legend! Do you remember YouTube's big slogan, broadcast yourself?
Yep.
It meant you were the you in YouTube. It quietly got removed in 2013, signaling the platform's shift towards more advertiser-friendly, professionally produced content, making the bar for success exponentially.
I will say, Jacksepticeye is right. Mr. Beast was the worst thing to happen to YouTube. That's true. That and reaction channels.
higher for the average person, effectively killing the random funny viral videos that we all come to know and love.
I don't know. I like react channels because it's like I'm watching a video with a friend. It's nice.
Maybe I'm getting sentimental. The simpler YouTube was the better YouTube. Screaming goats and ain't nobody got time for that. Or funny memes that swept the cultural zeitgeist. It was still about fun, something spontaneous and out of the ordinary. You would go to your friend's house and then just start randomly quoting the Tourette's guy.
For breakfast.
Oh, Bob Saget! Some cereal right here.
Oh, that's Total. I don't really like that.
Don't talk shit about Total. Dude, Tourette's guy was so peak back in the day. The only thing better for me than Tourette's guy was a YouTube creator called Jean Lajoie, who made this video called Show Me Your Genitals. Hilarious. And then there was this other guy made this series called Unforgivable. And a lot of that content originated off another older website called eBombs World, but it was uploaded to YouTube, and man, that shit was peak. But y'all are probably too young to remember that shit.
It was a place for you and me, not big corporations. But those days are no more. Oh, the times they are changing.
Yep.
YouTube quietly removes broadcast yourself model from official blog. It's the largest sign that YouTube no longer cares about the independent content creators that help grow the platform.
To put it in perspective, this would be the equivalent of fast food chains like Burger King abandoning burgers, the thing that made the company popular in the first place. YouTube also scrubbed every mention of the phrase from their blog in 2019, and this just made the site seem even more soulless and draconian.
The removal of this phrase was spotted by Justin Dubry, according to the Wayback Machine. The broadcast yourself tagline has been used on the YouTube blog for over 2.5 years.
Dude, if you think that corporations actually give a fuck about its user base, I really don't know how to break it to you, but they don't. Advertisers will come in and they will advise you to turn your back on everybody that helped get you to where you were. And I'd like to share a little personal story about a corporation that approached me. And they advised me to rug pull my community. They said it would be the easiest $3 million of your life. And it was. Or sorry, it would have been. But the difference between me and these other creators and these other people is I actually give a fuck about the people who watch me. Because I'm not a content creator who was a content creator first. I'm just a viewer. I am just a viewer who got lucky as shit. And people chose to watch me despite no matter what. I don't really know why. But I really feel less like a creator and more like a member of my own community. You know, I kind of started off YouTube just being like a YDCB, Sean B. You guys don't know who these creators are. Wreckful, Kriparian, and Asmongold viewer. Oh, and Trihex. You know? And I don't really feel like I've changed that much other than I've lost 120 pounds and now I'm fully bald.
The tag being added on.
But there's a lot of very cheap tactics that you can use that will completely betray your audience to make a fuck ton of money. But if you think YouTube has enough of a, you know, any morals that will prevent them from doing that, I highly doubt it.
October 20th, 2016, and removed on May 1st, 2019.
In my opinion, 2016 was the beginning of the end of YouTube. The site was getting more involved in politics, more involved in controlling what you can and cannot see. Lest we forget, in an interview with the New York Times, a podcast called The Rabbit Hole, Mama Susan pushed for an algorithm change that moved the platform from funny and silly videos to political information she felt was needed.
Going back from my early initial days, which is that we couldn't get people interested in news or get people interested in politics. I don't think we had no indication that this was something that people were interested in. Like, people were interested in gaming and music, entertainment. They came to laugh. They came to escape in many ways.
She went back to this idea.
Once again, I think talking politics is completely fine. I think YouTube having politics is completely fine. But I do think there's a difference between politics and promoting terrorist propaganda. And I really feel like that should be talked about even more.
Yeah, that YouTube just wasn't seeing data that suggested that people were looking for politics on YouTube.
It's the moment celebration became nightmare.
In 2016, people were screaming, kids were crying, security guards. There was a terrorist attack that had happened in France.
Horror tonight in the French resort town of Nice.
Susan says that in 2016, on Bastille Day,
in the coastal city of Nice, just as the fireworks ended, a truck.
But I will say the danger with politics being monetizable is that people can be completely bought. And there's a lot of creators who will just shill the correct politics for public opinion, the ones that sound the nicest to garner sympathy and to acquire more profit. And that's another big issue with politics being monetizable. That's why I firmly believe that Twitter should be a platform, should be completely demonetized, because it's too financially beneficial to shill the right politics on Twitter, because that's how you make the most money.
Out into the crowd.
when an ISIS terrorist attacked a crowd,
At least 84 people were killed, dozens of others were hurt.
and the government there declared a state of emergency.
And I remember reading that and being, just extremely upset and thinking, our users need to know about it.
YouTube decided that for people in France, it was actually going to push news about the attack onto their homepages.
The attack turned the streets into a scene of chaos.
And for people looking for information about the attack,
The mayor of Nice warning people to stay indoors. Here's tonight of another terror attack.
they were actually going to prioritize videos from what they considered authoritative sources.
But that didn't perform very well on our platform.
Yeah, pushing preferred agendas is never a good thing on any media platform, because if the media isn't free and if everything doesn't have the same opportunity to be expressed, then it becomes a controlled source. That's going to lead to a lot of misinformation and a lot of pandering and a lot of political agenda pushing, and that's never good.
She says that
You have to keep it free speech, and that's why Elon Musk did such a great thing with Twitter, where he actually gave a platform free speech. And the difference Twitter was before and after Elon's purchase is night and day.
basically the engineers at YouTube were telling her, like,
The users don't want to actually see it.
no one is clicking on these videos. That's just not what they want to see.
And so what do you do as a platform? Do you show it to them anyway? And so that's actually, I remember that very clearly, because that was the first time I said to them, it doesn't matter. We have a responsibility. Something happened in the world, and it's important for our users to know.
And according to her, she said basically, like, too bad, we're showing it to him anyway.
And it was the first time we started using the word responsibility, and the fact that we needed to put information
That's
in our
crazy.
site that was
I
relevant,
never knew about this.
even if our users were not necessarily engaging with it in the same way that they would with the entertainment videos.
So, if I'm understanding this right, what Susan is saying is that the Nice attack marked the first time that YouTube took this idea of responsibility and prioritized that over watch time.
Right.
At what point did that sense of responsibility extend beyond, like, a big news event?
It took a little while. I mean, I think over 2017 and 18 and into 2019, I think pressure was starting to build on YouTube.
I can't believe you committed. I cannot believe you committed. How could you have done this? How could you have committed?
Had she never changed the algorithm, we would still be doing ice bucket challenges and watching squirrels eat pizza slices.
True.
Or, once again, goats screaming. You have no idea how big goats were back then. But since a news story upset her, we are now in algorithm hell. She felt that YouTube was responsible to morally grandstand on your timeline, the sheer hubris. Unironically, this may have been the catalyst for everyone slowly becoming politically polarized in the last 10 years. Because,
I mean, to be honest, you kind of have to be. And the worst thing is, even those who don't want to be are forced to. Like this is one of the big reasons why I went on break, to at least kind of know what the fuck I'm talking about and research what I stand in or what I stand on, what I believe in, and be able to properly articulate my views and why I believe in them. Because I believe that if you are not able to articulate why you believe in something, then you shouldn't have that opinion. Every single political opinion you have, you should be able to properly express why you believe in it. Otherwise, you're just a puppet. You're a mindless retard. Honestly, I do believe that.
YouTube is, or was, at the center of the cultural zeitgeist. Nowadays, you can't throw a stick without hitting a socialist streamer that hates the country and has never done anything fun or funny, has never truly entertained anyone. Everything is through the lens or spectrum of geopolitical...
Just say Hassan Piker and his friends.
Bullshit.
I just know you're all right, pal. Even if you did have...
Great. It is Hassan. Awesome. I love this guy.
Internet.
Bro, this is the number one streamer of Israel. Israel's finest.
Retard.
Get him out of here.
Get him out of here!
You can't even talk about your favorite anime without some brainlet telling you a faction in Gundam, Zeta, and I quote, is literally ice.
I'm dead inside.
What's that old saying? That's right. The road to hell is paved in good intentions.
Yeah, thank you, COVID!
Let's take a page out of the book of Dante and take a stroll through hell. We all remember the wonton flu of 2020 and the insane lengths that YouTube went through to control the narrative around the pandemic, only whitelisting news outlets and major YouTubers such as H3H3. They could say the word COVID while everyone else couldn't. They could also make jokes about it or put it in the title. Everyone else was subject to demonetization or worse. Eric July quoted a news outlet and got his video removed. YouTube has had a litany of COVID policies that were enacted with the same inconsistency as a Twitch ban for Hassan Piker. And unfortunately, none of it was about fact-checking or fighting misinformation because YouTube admitted to censorship under the Biden administration.
Google admits censorship under Biden promises to end bans of thousands of Americans censored for political speech.
Crazy, by the way. And this is how the left got so ahead, because they've banned so many right creators. And it's not that people grifted to the right, it's that you weren't allowed to be right openly on the internet until like 3 years ago. Straight up. And not to mention, the left has become progressively further left in like the past 5 years, to where it's like the point of insanity, to where like if you do identify with more left-leaning politics, you're usually just retarded. I hate being the guy that says that. I really do. I hate being the guy that says that, but it's really getting like that, guys.
Truth is, the game was rigged from the start.
Please remake New Vegas. So fucking good.
He's not funny at all.
The platform made popular for cat videos and angry video game nerds, made for people to use as an escape from reality or as a chance to create content and connect with others, is now being used as a weapon against its user base. Thanks, Mama Susan, for making YouTube a complete 180 for what it was originally intended to be. A fact made all the more clear when YouTube TV launched in 2017. After the first adpocalypse, YouTube created a sweetheart deal with mainstream media channels to whitelist all of their content and promote it above normal content creators in the algorithm.
You think adpocalypse was bad on YouTube? You should see what happened to fucking Twitch when Hassan Piker started really blowing the up. Bro, ads were gone. Like, income shrunk by like 300%. It was awful.
Many news channels not back.
That's why I don't get why anybody gives a about Twitch, because there's no discoverability. You're not getting any new viewers, and you're making no money. What is the point?
By legacy media were deranked. The first die was cast.
YouTube on Wednesday officially launched its streaming bundle, YouTube TV, starting with select markets in the US. The Alphabet-owned video giant first announced the service, and today, the $35 subscription service rolls out in New York and Los Angeles, the Bay Area, Chicago, Philadelphia, and more U.S. markets coming soon. Consumers will be able to sign up for the free trial offer for 30 days, and after the first month's payment, can get free Google Comcast while supplies last.
Nothing says YouTube like ABC, CBS, Fox, and NBC, am I right? By 2024, YouTube had become a major player in the streaming space, beating out Netflix.
YouTube dominates streaming, forcing media companies to decide whether it's friend or foe. YouTube made nearly 10% of all viewership on connected and traditional TVs in the US in May. According to Nielsen, Netflix ranked second, claiming 7.6% of viewership. We're not talking about mobile phones or your laptop, but the biggest screens in the house, the TV, said Lightshed. Media analyst Rich Greenfield, every media executive has to be paying attention.
The old guard was falling. Hollywood was losing its grip on the public eye, and publicists were on the way out, becoming increasingly irrelevant in the new digital dark age. This is more to do with the cost of living in LA and the never-ending pointless bureaucracy, strangling the entertainment industry as badly as the average citizen just looking to install solar panels in the state of California.
It used to be a spectacular job. you could give a voice to people who deserve one, and you knew you were making something meaningful that would be seen and talked about. Now it feels as if there's no real reward for taking big bets on a favorite script or an unknown filmmaker, he says. You're more of a brand manager than a creative advocate, and playing it safe seems like the smarter career move. Pervasive risk aversion and an odd obsession with existing IPs is just one of the complaints that emerge from the interviews with executives who've seen their ranks gutted over the past 5 years. Streaming, meanwhile, has bifurcated the name of our modern-day executive, creating a fundamentally different structure with its own unique rules and
incentives. And it goes on and on and on.
Hollywood contraction hits entertainment executive jobs. This is a full-scale depression. LinkedIn usually uses professionals for networking with people in their field, posting updates when they get a new job, congratulating friends on their promotion.
I don't know why anybody would ever feel bad for Hollywood celebrities making less money. Just like, I don't know why anybody would ever feel bad that streamers are making less money. It's like, it's a dream job. If you're even making like a minimum wage off this shit, it's a fucking blessing. So if you actually feel bad for these people, I get so confused by that. It's like, bro, I mean, like, I get pissed off for people knowing that people like Pokimane make $10 million a year by just sitting in a chair and doing nothing besides regurgitating public opinion. It's irritating as shit to me. So honestly, I feel like they could make less money. Wouldn't bother me at all.
Days, as one former industry type puts it, it's become a therapy site for unemployed entertainment executives who share their frustration over the lack of opportunities in Hollywood amid the major constructions.
In the wake of studios fleeing to other states to film, this has left a void for influencers to fill. Content creation will kill art the same way that stage streamer slop is now killing content creation.
True.
We've truly come full circle. And I guess that's why celebrities like Ben...
That's why I don't give a fuck about these IRL streamers, because all the content is fake regardless. It's fake, overproduced. I would rather watch someone react to a video and provide insightful commentary or a perspective I didn't consider, or provide real world experience of what they're saying and actually feel like I'm gaining something, than watch a streamer who's like, oh dude, I'm gonna go in public and I'm gonna just ruin people's days because, oh dude, W content, lol, farmer mega lols. I'm good. Like, that's just for retarded 12-year-olds. I want you to actually imagine what Kai Cenat and Rakai's fan base looks like. Like, good Lord, bro, I'm good.
Diller are trying to sell their own soda brand. Tom Hanks has his own coffee like the Quarter.
Dude, Ben Stiller's become such an unlikable, miserable cunt. It's such a shame.
What the hell is going on?
That's what's been the shit. Like, so many Hollywood celebrities, like, oh my God. Like, one of my favorite people on this earth was this wrestler called CM Punk, Phil Brooks. Even after he got his ass whooped in UFC, hearing his politics are just like, oh my God, he's fucking retarded, bro. It's such a shame. It's such a shame. Like, I'm sorry, bro. Like, if you are against ICE, or if you are for trans people, I would heavily encourage you to try to defend those stances, keeping emotion out of it, and keeping everything to logic and provable facts. I dare you to defend those stances using logic only. It is not possible. It's not.
Going on.
Los Angeles film and TV production levels plunge. The 3-month period from January to March saw losses in every category of production compared to the same period last year.
LA lost 30% of production jobs. Filming only.
Yeah, I separate art from artists, guys. Don't worry. I see him as CM Punk. I ignore Phil Brooks.
Only 13 TV show plots in the last quarter alone. They are pissing blood at this point, grasping at straws, and setting their sights on influencers because Hollywood no longer sets the trends with Gen Z. As an article in Vice illustrated,
The Creator, A-List, the 50 hottest influencers on the planet for 2025. They've conquered your feed and now they're coming for Hollywood. Meet the digital disruptors. And
top 50 hottest influencers. Hassan Piker getting licked by his dog that he abuses on stream every day. Wow. I'm glad these are the people that we're shilling for. And I'm also not going to lie, guys. I don't give a whether you like or hate Drewski. Any man who's going to go and disrespect Charlie Kirk's wife and try to claim that he was celebrating her husband's death is fucking psychotic to me. You know, I can put the whiteface thing aside. I think that can be funny, but we should also be in the same vein. White people should be allowed to do blackface just like black people are allowed to do whiteface. But going so far to feed into the narrative that Erica Kirk was celebrating Charlie Kirk's death is psychotic to me. That was so cringe.
And intriguing influencers who are reshaping culture, comedy, and celebrity, and turning viral fame into serious real-world clout.
Once again, this is by Variety, and more often than not, they are very, very biased.
I've seen content creators with less pull than me on this list.
Later that year,
Starz signed a multi-year extended contract with YouTube for TV distribution. This multi-year extension will look for more bundling of Lionsgate cable and streaming brands after an existing cost savings package with Max and Showtime.
many other legacy media networks signed long-term agreements with YouTube as well. The BBC, Universal, Disney, NBC, etc.
With all of this money rolling in, why is the service price constantly going up?
Money, please. Legacy media didn't care about YouTube for a decade. And then it tried to
subscription services are getting worse every fucking day too, because now they know that they have everybody by the balls and they're like borderline like not optional anymore. Like Netflix, I remember when Netflix was $5 and now it's $26.99. And you have Twitch charging $13.99 for features that are completely free on Rumble or Kick. Just because people are aware that for some reason, people typing in a new URL to get the same service, it's just like impossible for people. It is. It's impossible for people. It's actually nuts.
Destroy YouTube in the 2010s. And now they are taking it over in the 2020s. One streaming deal at a time. With each passing year, the platform leaves behind the people who made it the media juggernaut that it is. The age of the piano cat was over. Now it's the age of geriatric Hollywood. And just like television, they will kill YouTube too.
But that is true. YouTube and Netflix are the new cable TV, and we're also getting to like the same point in ads. Did you know that on Twitch, 13 minutes of ads an hour is now the normal? I think that's disgusting. Asmund should leave Twitch to fuck them over. Hey, I agree. However, if Asmund leaves Twitch, that leaves a lot of people up for grabs for other shitbag creators to get. And that's the other thing where it's like, I just feel like he should encourage his audience more to come over to platforms like Rumble and slowly leech the viewers away from Twitch and break that barrier to entry.
The Oscars will be streamed. The Academy of Motion Pictures Arts and Sciences said it had reached a deal with YouTube for exclusive rights to show starting in 2029. All broadcast networks have experienced audience declines as viewers have shifted to streaming programs, but ABC came to the negotiations from a place of strength. It announced late last year that it had gained exclusive rights to the Grammy Awards under a 10-year deal beginning in 2027. ABC agreed to pay about $50 million a year for the rights. About 15.4 million people watched the most recent Grammys, a 9% decline from 2024.
Late night TV was on a similar decline in popularity that only Darkside Phil could relate to. Boomers were aging out or switching to streaming, and the average person has no interest in watching the wealthy elite give each other awards while politically grandstanding to many of us who are still struggling to pay bills. As an article by NSS.
No one's illegal on stolen land. Billie Eilish then calls the cops on people on her property because I guess it's different if it's her land. Just like all these other people who say, oh, yeah, we need to stop deporting these people. We need to stop deporting these people. Oh, can they stay with you? No, they can stay with somebody else, though. Oh, okay. It's real great and it's real nice to sound like a good person until you actually have to stand by the same virtues that you preach. And that's when everything changes.
This magazine highlights.
You know, they're a good person when they're convenient.
It's the beginning of the end for cable television. More and more consumers starting in America are choosing streaming.
The big takeaway from this article is that streaming accounted for about 45% of the views in America. That's up 71% since 2021. Basically, COVID was the catalyst for the massive surge in popularity, sadly making IRL streamers big, leading to the social decay one only saw in a dystopian cyberpunk novel. But that's another story. Gen Z is the driving force for the streaming revolution, with people 65 and older increasing their viewing of streaming services by 106%. Networks are more risk-averse to making new content, new shows or movies, and they're relying heavily on older IPs. And this is why older content is making a comeback. Older new content lately for streamers, that's been the question. It's clear.
And that's the problem is whenever these YouTube or whenever these corporations start to be the big dog, that's when they stop giving a fuck about their customers because they no longer have to benefit the customers and now the customers have to work to get what they want, which is what they made them. They turn their back on them every time.
The future of streaming and YouTube will be unrecognizable in just a few years, and the online world will be poor for it.
YouTube's chief executive Neil Mohan praised the Oscars, calling it an essential cultural institution. Sure, if you live in LA,
maybe it matters to you. But the average person looking at gas prices couldn't give a flip less. They also have Sunday Ticket, which has been on YouTube since 2023, the National Football League games from Brazil that drew more than 18 million viewers. There is more and more of a shift towards major media companies being a part of YouTube, but not much is spoken about the content creators. And I don't know about you, but when I go to YouTube, it's for stuff outside of the mainstream. The reason why so many people cut the cord to cable was due to the fact that legacy media was lacking in authenticity and continually demanding to be paid handsomely for it. With all of these major deals, what was YouTube doing for the content creator that made YouTube as big as it is? Investing heavily in AI, that's what they were doing.
Don't get me wrong, man. I wish AI was used in more things. But the problem is when companies rush it and they use it before it's ready, and then they push out an incomplete product. AI is nowhere even close being able to be ready to do bans and unbans on YouTube or to check for whether a video is properly monetizable or not. And they need more employees to do a human review because the AI gets it wrong a lot.
While at the same time trying to mitigate the onslaught of AI slop content by people who rely heavily on technology to write their scripts, do the voiceovers, and generate the content for them. At that point, the human element is reduced to trying to cash in on the trend as fast as humanly possible before the gates are shut on this new digital AI gold rush. In an article by YouTube post in January 2026.
Managing AI slop. The rise of AI has raised concerns about low-quality content, aka AI slop. And
there's a reason why so many channels that use AI slop scripts don't use a webcam, because then you would clearly see them reading off of what Grok gave them to have as their opinion. And that's why a lot of these faceless YouTubers seem intellectual. It's just because they're just reading off AI. It's incredibly obvious.
Open platform, we allow for broad range of freedom of expression while ensuring YouTube remains a place where people feel good spending their time. Over the past 20 years, we've learned not to impose any preconceived notions on creator ecosystem.
That was a lie.
Today, once odd trends like ASMR and watching other people play video games are mainstream hits, but with this openness comes the responsibility to maintain the high-quality viewing experience that people want. To reduce the spread of low-quality AI content, we've actively built on our established system that have been very successful in combating spam and clickbait and reducing the spread of low-quality repetitive content.
YouTube itself then launched AI tools in February, featured on their creator update video. One hand, they want to stop AI slop, but on the other, they're implementing.
It's a joke. It's all a joke.
If you check the previous update on that same page in October, you will find this.
The copyright tab renamed to Content Detection. Starting October 21st of 2025, the copyright tab in the left-hand menu on the YouTube Studio will be renamed to Content Detection. The copyright match tool will remain in the tab alongside the likeness detection tool for eligible users.
This tool uses AI detection to find copyright match material, and it is loaded with false positives. I don't have it in me.
The other big thing that YouTube has going for it is it unironically is the platform with the most motion, where you do quite literally have to bend a knee. You do, despite how much worse it's getting every single day. And that's what kind of breaks my heart, because I used to love YouTube. But like, even with my most recent ban for just making a joke about Hassan Piker, I get banned for a week. I lose all revenue for a week, right? I hate how I have to protect myself and build an entirely new platform on Rumble, even though I love Rumble. I wish it was more of a choice rather than something that I was forced into, right? Because I don't feel safe on YouTube anymore, because any human who would have watched my videos would have understood it was clearly a joke. It might have been an extreme joke, but should I have been banned for a week because I said that Hassan is gay for Asmongold and wants to have intercourse with him? No, I don't think so.
To talk about how broken the copyright system is. Holy Jesus. Day 2. On April 5th of 2026, NVIDIA's own DLSS 5 announcement video gets taken down by YouTube in Italy due to copyright strike. Local TV channels send copyright strikes to every YouTube video for using the trailer it uses for its own broadcast. This was a monumental fuck up.
The craziest thing ever happened on YouTube. LA7, an Italian television channel, has used footage from NVIDIA's DLSS 5 announcement trailer, and then sent copyright strikes to every YouTuber video that supposedly used their footage, including NVIDIA themselves. Laugh my ass off. I got my video claimed and region blocked by them too. Just made a post about it yesterday. The content detection system is insanely broken. Anyone can do this.
Something so stupid should never have happened. A blatant abuse of the copyright system with the help of their fantastic AI. But there's no checks and balances put in place to protect content creators from this sort of stuff. They are effectively guilty to proven innocent. And what happens to the companies that do this? Nothing.
And that's the direction that society has been moving forward towards as well. which is guilty until proven innocent, which once again is very ironic considering that information has never been more accessible to us, and yet people still fall for misinformation campaigns every single day. And I don't know how Elon can make it any easier. Grok, is this real? Grok, is this true? Grok, what's the context of this? And yet people still can't do it. And that's because it rewards the emotional side of your brain. And that's why creators have to use clickbait, because otherwise you will fall behind. Everyone knows it.
People who abuse
it's no longer a choice to use sensational language. Why do you think Mugen called Saikuno a predator? Because he knew that shit would get clicks.
This system, normal people might receive punishment, but corporations, no matter how incompetent or evil, by openly trying to extort content creators for using viral clips that they claim or then delete your video, can walk away scot-free, even with proof that they demand $500. Thanks, YouTube AI.
This is fine. Someone trained AI on her music, got a distributor for it. The distributor then copyright claimed her videos and music that AI was trained on, effectively stealing her money in absolute outrage. AI and AI-powered scammers are strangling creators.
Basically, as you already know, an entity called Timeless Sounds IR uploaded AI-generated versions of my songs to all major streaming platforms. And to do that, they fed YouTube videos of me to an AI engine that then mimicked my voice in playing. They used a distributor, which I just discovered, and that distributor's name is Vidya. They used Vidya to upload all these AI-generated songs, and Vidya has since decided that it was going to make copyright claims on all of the videos that were used to feed the AI engine to sound like me. So Vidya has come forward and made copyright claims on my YouTube page, and because YouTube does not personally review these things, I am no longer making money on YouTube. Vidya is making money on YouTube off of my own videos of me playing my own banjo in my own backyard with...
An AI program took her music and remade it, and then copyrighted the original source. And she lost all revenue. This is what I'm talking about. That's how I know that my band was bullshit. Because any human, if they reviewed it, I would not have been punished. But that's why these systems are so easily abusable, is because if you can get a group of people to mass report a channel, it's very effective. It is. It's very effective.
Traditional folk songs, some from my own family, over AI-generated music. So I just wanted to update y'all, and I wanted to let you know that the only thing I can do about it is dispute this copyright claim. I can't dispute the copyright claim with YouTube because YouTube doesn't get involved. I can dispute it with Vidya. Do you think Vidya is going to listen to me?
No.
I don't think so. So yes, that's AI-generated music for y'all, and these are the consequences of using it.
It's over. We are screwed.
What is YouTube doing about this? They'll probably figure out after Moist Critical starts to complain online. That's most likely it. But YouTube continued to roll out the AI moderation system anyway, despite people's objections. YouTube CEO says AI moderation is coming despite creator backlash. Neil Mohan says the platform is pushing ahead with expanded AI moderation tools, even as creators continue to report wrongful bans and mass takedowns tied to automated systems. In a new interview after being named Time CEO,
it's completely fine to have AI moderation being pushed, but YouTube has to hire more people to fact check those who request a fact check. We should not having to be waiting on that because they know there's a flawed system. So they need to have people hired to fact check and make sure that the flaws are taken care of.
CEO of the year, Mohan outlined how YouTube sees AI as essential to both creator growth and platform safety. The company is coming off a massive 2024 with over $36 billion in ad revenue and another $14 billion from subscribers. And half of all YouTube watch time is now coming from TV screens. Mohan said AI will open the doors for a new class of creators who previously lacked the technical skills or equipment. He argued the tech will revive YouTube's earlier area of enthusiastic amateurs while helping the platform surface stronger content overall.
There are now 120 terminated creators that have added their names to the sheet. Every name adds to the record of the injustice YouTube is trying to ignore. This story doesn't end until they're heard.
No, it ends until YouTube's arm is twisted, and if you don't have enough people behind you, 171,000 views, YouTube won't pay this a shred of attention. You need at least like 5 million.
YouTube terminated my channel because somebody stole my content. Somebody stole a video that I created here and posted on YouTube. They got terminated, and YouTube thinks that I have re-uploaded their content even though it's mine and watermarked.
Thankfully,
situations like these should never have occurred to begin with. That is insane.
This instance of AI overreach caught traction on Twitter. And
that means that any user can go onto someone's stream and re-upload their highlights before them and then claim all revenue off their channel. That's a very scary thought because that's a lot of creators' livelihood is re-uploading Twitch highlights.
Even gained the notice of Moist Critical.
Sorry, Rumble highlights.
One of the few content creators YouTube pays a monochrome of attention to.
And adds that the system improves literally every week. Is that so, Neil? It improves every week? Because I just read a story today about a channel that got terminated because another channel re-uploaded their video, and YouTube's AI moderation tools took down the original creator's channel thinking that he had re-uploaded that other channel's video, even though he was the creator of it, and you let the re-uploader walk away. You punish the real person, not the imposter. The AI tools are getting better every week, huh?
This feels so crazy to say, but Moist Critical himself just spoke about my situation in the video. If this doesn't speak how ridiculous this situation is, then I don't know what to tell you. Please, Team YouTube, can you take a deeper look and rectify this? YouTube's partner support has just responded to me, stating that they believe the ban is correct.
Jesus!
No. This is gut-wrenching.
Please never put whatever the that was on my screen ever again. Thank you very much.
When it's such an obvious error, I feel hopeless and completely stuck. Please, somebody help. Hi there. Please know that your channel has been reviewed by our internal team and has exhausted all efforts and looked at all possible angles to determine whether or not your channel adheres with our policy and guidelines. With that being said, we have confirmed that your channel was correctly rejected and the decision is final. Unfortunately, we've already exhausted all support options that we can offer to you at this time. Don't hesitate to reach out in case any other questions or concerns.
I bet you that message was also AI.
What the f is this piece of shit?
Long story short, his channel was reinstated, but it took going viral on Twitter to do it, which isn't how things should be. Implementing a half-baked...
Not everybody has the luxury of having Twitter clout. Relying on that to rectify issues is disgusting. Reminds me of Hassan Piker's situation, where the only time he ever gets in shit is when it's trending on Twitter. And he doesn't operate within the same confines as everybody else getting banned on Twitch. And I think that's bullshit.
AI with a creator help program that is dubious at best isn't the way forward unless you aren't too worried about content creators because you're pivot shifting to becoming a streaming service or the next cable television.
Moist Critical, this should be illegal for AI to ban YouTube channels. Fun fact, it is already illegal. In at least Europe, the Law Digital Service Act, in Article 20, Paragraph 6.
Dude, leave it to Europe to have the customer in mind every time. Europe is saving this planet, bro. I swear to God. Massive EUW. They did the same thing, telling Apple and Android they cannot have different chargers. Holy fuck, I love Europe.
What it does say, decisions to suspend, terminate accounts should not be taken under the supervision of appropriately quantified staff and not solely on the basis of automated means. But YouTube constantly breaks the law and doesn't seem to care. The problem is even worse than that. AI doesn't just executioner, it's also appeals process, the evidence locker, and the record keeper. Unfortunately, AI provides all the support and communication. It's a closed loop. AI bans you, AI reviews your appeal, AI denies you. But the absurdity doesn't stop there.
Frankly, this is a sad fact that everyone will contend with. If you aren't in the YouTube Managed Partner Program, you will not speak to a human. And even if you're in the Managed Partner Program, you'll speak to a human. The human will talk to most likely somebody. Somebody will go to AI. AI tells you no. Your partner manager goes, sorry, there's nothing I can do. The YouTube system has always been automated for at least the last 10 years. But bringing AI into the mix made a flawed system much, much worse.
Yes.
And the people most heavily affected by it are the small creators, the very blood cells of this site. Without any connection to human reviewers, they are at the mercy of an AI that lacks human common sense. I find myself wondering how we got here and wishing desperately to get back to when the platform focus was on making the site more enjoyable for people and not multi-billion-dollar corporations. I have no closing thoughts or arguments that will matter or change things.
I genuinely feel my suggestion works every single time. If you want to use AI, go for it. It's clearly not ready. So have a backup system and hire more employees to fact check and double check to make sure AI is in control and can help those who are in need when they say that it's not. It's that simple, but being able to only stream on YouTube and only create on YouTube is becoming less and less of a real possibility because it's just unsafe. And that's what sucks.